Well, fuck me sideways and call me daddy. Please don't, that's gross. Yo, what up fam, it's Joey. So I woke up this morning and I realized, my god, YouTube sucks right now. Probably not a big surprise to a lot of you, especially if you've been keeping up with the recent topics and all that concerning YouTube, but YouTube recently put in a, I guess, new rule or new guidelines to their like monetization and like how YouTubers make money here on YouTube, and it's kind of fucking over a lot of people. I've left a link to a few videos that explain it a lot better than I can, but essentially what they're doing is that they've added these kinds of new rules that forbid people to create content that are non-advertising friendly. So essentially what they said was any video that has a lot of swearing in it, any videos that cover a lot of controversial topics even though they don't have graphic imagery in them, anything that involves sexual, like even partial nudity, or anything that could ever be linked to anything sexual, things like drugs and things like spam and all that, you might, I guess, kind of be striked. Or it's not really a YouTube strike, it's not the same as like a community guideline strike or like a copyright strike, but pretty much you're gonna get striked by YouTube and they're pretty much gonna say, hey, you can't put ads on this video because this video has shitty content. Pretty much YouTube is now telling YouTubers whether the content of their video or their tags or their title or their description, whatever it may be, has content in it that advertisers don't want to put advertisements on. In other words, it forbids YouTubers to make any monetization or make any money off of that particular video just because you said something, did something, or showed something that advertisers don't like. And unfortunately, a lot of people are kind of being screwed over by this. A lot of big YouTubers and small YouTubers alike have been kind of screwed over by this and are making not as much money as they should be and are getting, I guess, falsely striked. A lot, I guess some videos that have been striked are like, oh, you did say, you know, things like rape and like killings or like suicide and something like that, which are controversial topics. But a lot of them, like Boogie2988, have kind of been falsely accused of that kind of stuff because the videos where he talked about saving people from suicide are also getting striked. Just the fact that I mentioned suicide 3 times in this video is probably gonna get this video striked as well because YouTube is fucking retarded nowadays. And this is really scary because like a lot of people might get fucked over by this. A lot of people might lose their livelihood and not be able to make a living off of doing YouTube. I myself am pretty much getting all of my revenue and all of my living expenses off things like YouTube. Of course, I have, you know, things like merch and Twitch on the sidelines that help me, I guess, with a little bit of pocket money, but my main source of income is YouTube. This second channel, of course, but of course my main channel as well. And I guess just the fact that content is getting censored, like overly censored here on YouTube because, I don't know, the masses are becoming sensitive little pussies who don't know how to take a joke or don't know how to take some criticism or opinions that they don't like. That's what's screwing over a lot of people, and I'm fucking sick of it. I'm fucking sick of the internet, especially coming into 2016, of the internet and people on the internet having this social justice warrior-like mindset towards everything. Everybody gets triggered about everything. Everybody gets offended about everything. You can't let out any non-filtered opinion here on YouTube without taking a bashing or without taking some kind of bullshit punishment from YouTube. And to be honest, I fucking hate that because the reason why I started YouTube is so that I could say whatever the fuck I was thinking and do whatever the fuck I wanted to do. I don't want to go onto YouTube with the fact of knowing that I might get punished just because I said an unpopular opinion about something and offended or triggered people about it. And I fucking hate that. The internet needs to grow some balls and YouTube needs to grow some balls and go back to what it used to be. Just unadulterated, no filtered, just if you wanted to say something, regardless of how unpopular of an opinion it was, you could say it without any repercussions. Of course, I'm not the person who goes about and makes videos that offends everybody, you know. Of course, every now and then there are some rants that have offended some people. I might have touched on some touchy topics in the past. And luckily, as of the recording of this video, I haven't been hit by any of these new guidelines yet. But honestly, you never know when it's just suddenly gonna come. You never know when somebody at YouTube is gonna look at any one of my videos and be like, nah, you can't put that on there. Nah, that's you're gonna offend too many people, bro. Man the fuck up. And I mean, the worst thing about it is I can't blame YouTube about it because as much as it's called YouTube, it is still a business. You have to remember that YouTube is a business and that advertisements don't want to maybe be associated with certain topics on a certain video. Maybe they'll look at a video where I touch upon I don't know, suicide or rape in the anime community or something, and there might be some advertising companies that are not okay with being associated with that kind of content. I understand that. And so after everything, seeing all these YouTubers getting hit and getting bullshit strikes, it kind of led to this conclusion, which I really didn't want to like even think about, but it was like, maybe this is a sign to just fucking quit all of this. Or maybe not so much as quit, but I guess, you know, maybe start looking at alternatives, maybe starting to actually fucking look for a real job, you know, because again, YouTube is so unpredictable, and the amount that they're not communicating to us YouTubers is just staggeringly high, to the point where we're just worrying in fear as to when the next fucking typhoon hits us. Because you bet your ass that I'm not gonna change anything about my content. If I'm gonna say something unadulterated and unfiltered like I always have, I never water anything down. If I'm gonna say something, then I'm gonna say it straight to your face. Of course, again, I don't make everything like offensive, like not all of my content is offensive. In fact, very little of it is I find anything offensive to the mass majority, but of course, every now and then I have made those kinds of, I guess, more controversial topics, and to that, I have never watered down anything. I've said everything as it is, concerning things like sexual depictions and, you know, like, especially curse words. Like, I fucking curse all the time, and I'm not gonna change that just because YouTube added some kind of rule. They can go fuck themselves for all I care. Again, most likely than not, this video is probably gonna be non-advertising friendly as well, because somebody at YouTube's gonna see this and get butthurt and offended and triggered about it, but I honestly don't give a shit. If they're gonna do that, then go do that, because regardless of how much they fuck me over, I am not changing my content. I'm gonna do YouTube like I always wanted to do YouTube, in a non-censored, unadulterated, non-filtered, non-watered down way, because that's what you guys like to watch and that's what I like to make. This is YouTube. I want to make the content that I want to make, and I'm not going to change it just because of these stupid rules. And again, I don't know when the end is going to come, especially with like the majority of YouTubers. Like this rule is going to push away a lot of big YouTubers, and it's not going to be a positive thing for YouTube at all as a company. It's gonna fucking bring them to the ground, in most likely than not, if they keep enforcing this. So will I be quitting YouTube anytime soon? Probably not. But if YouTube decides to fire me, then so fucking be it. That's what it came to. But hey, I'm never gonna let you guys go, okay? I'm not gonna like go out of my way to make super offensive videos in hopes of firing up YouTube's trigger, you know. So you know, the video is going to keep coming as long as I can make a living off of doing this, and as long as I'm enjoying making it, then I'm going to keep making videos. So, especially on the second channel as well, like, I'm going to keep making vlogs regardless of how little money I make, because I just enjoy it, and you guys love watching these kinds of videos. So, yeah, that's the whole situation. It was a terrible morning I just woke up to. I've got so much shit that I need to do in my personal life as well that I gotta take care of, and especially like all these videos that I'm making on the main channel as well, so look forward to that kind of stuff. And yeah, go fuck yourself, YouTube.